you all had an expedition in this location before? Sure, okay. Right, well, I think I'm going to have to perform something called an earringSTABILITY, right? It's a rather simple little procedure, I suppose you could call it. It's just going to help me extract any sort of filaments that might be in your aura trying to affect you. Alright, it's going to be very, very simple. You shouldn't feel a thing. I suppose you might feel just a slight coolness or something like that. It's perfectly normal, alright? This is etheric antiseptant, okay? Just need a few drops of this. It'll help to loosen the attachment and keep everything sanitized. Right. Let's see what we can see here. Another wand tip. Oops. I use this for energy realignment. It can also help to draw out things that shouldn't be there. Right. Now, I would like you to try to stay very, very still, right? Just need to get into some of these energy points here and see what we can see. Could you look up a little bit for me? Doesn't seem to be it. Alright, you can look straight ahead again for me, please. Could you move your head down just a little bit? Thank you. Right. Now you can just hold nice and still, right? Let's check. I think we found the problem. There does seem to be just some parasitic auric filaments here, just tucked behind the heart line. Not to worry, now that we know what the problem is, we'll take care of it. These are my iron shears. They're wonderful for ridding you of energies that shouldn't be here, right? Now, as I'm using these, you won't feel any sort of pain, though you may feel just a slight tug in your energy around your heart, perhaps. But it shouldn't be painful. If it's painful, do let me know. But please try to stay nice and still, right? I'm just going to very carefully here. There it is. Feeling right? Good, good, good. Do you feel that slight tugging at all? Okay, any severe changes in temperature? Once these filaments are free, debris from you, they will dissipate almost instantly. Whatever doesn't dissipate will be picked up by our incense that we've been burning, so don't you worry about any of this returning to you or anything like that. They are rather parasitic. These filaments cannot survive without a host, so as soon as they are snipped by iron shears, they will no longer be a problem. There we are. Right. I think we're almost done here. Are you feeling any lighter? Perhaps a slight bit cooler? Good, good. I'm very glad to hear that. Good, good. Right, well, that was the end of the arthrotomy. I told you it was very simple. Don't feel anything. I'd just like to recheck a few things, alright? Could you look through this disc here? Good. Now, could you look through this disc here? Good. Back to this one. Good. Back to this one. Good. Now I'm just going to hold them in the side of your vision, but just look straight ahead at my nose, okay?
Now we're gonna move on to the upper right quadrant of your head. I really struggle with my directions in this world. I was made to exist in a one-dimensional environment, but a line, and that is why we will draw a line as well through that upper right quadrant of your face diagonally, such as this, across diagonally, such as this, and just like we talked about last time, where this line intersects is your eye. Now, eyes usually react best to visual triggers. Visual triggers, so sometimes like weird stuff like this sort of thing can be like, hello, my name is Marcel the Shell. That was not a good Marcel the Shell voice, but it was almost. It could have been if I tried harder, but it wasn't. Hello. Another good visual trigger sometimes for this eye on the upper right quadrant can be rainfall, nice and slow, like a drizzle, tip tapping. I don't like the sound of rain on a tin roof. People always talk about it and they're crazy. Like, excuse me? How about like wood? Okay, how about like rain on wood? Like on a wooden house. It sounds so much nicer. Okay? So let's remember how rain sounds on a wooden roof or on a tent. A tent is really nice. Ooh, let's do that. Let's do rain on a tent, rain on a tent, rain on a tarp. Rain on a tarp tent. It sounds like that's really what it is. So the rain is nice and slow. Like the tarp is under a tree perhaps, and it was raining earlier, but it's let up, and those drops from the branches sometimes go whenever a squirrel jumps inside of the tree. And then it starts raining kind of hard again. Breathe in. breathe out. It's one of those rainstorms that comes and goes. Maybe there's a little hole in your tent and every now and then you see a drop go. And you see it with that eye. And you dodge it. You dodge it with that eye. So it lands. Where is it gonna land? Because we're in this upper quadrant. If you dodge it with your eye, where might it land? If you dodge it with your eye, if you turn that way, it'll land right there. It'll land right there. Does my hand feel cold? Like rain? Is it almost like I'm not really there? Smooth out your hair on this side. Just smooth out your hair on this side just a little bit. Give your scalp a little bit of a scratch, 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 scratch. See on your face, I can tell that your hair is a little bit more thin on this side than this side, which is perfectly normal. Not necessarily a sign of anything unhealthy or anything bad or anything unusual. Sometimes people just have uneven thickness of hair because humans are amazing, and that's just how it is. Sometimes I see you have a little bit more thinness on this side of your head, which usually means that the scalp is more sensitive where the hair is most thin. The scalp is most sensitive where the hair is most thin. Sometimes I wonder if the scalps of bald people are more or less sensitive because they don't have hair anywhere on their heads. So I'm curious about that. I have a curiosity. But you do have a little bit of hair. A little bit of hair. And then on this side you have more hair, but on this side you have just a little bit of hair. So I know that your scalp is perhaps more sensitive right there. And like maybe it needs, maybe it's want. Maybe it is want for circulation. Want for circulation. So let's get the scratch, 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 comb. 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 Scratchy, scratchy, comb. Scratchy, scratchy, comb. How does this quadrant feel? Did you get any tingles? Did you get any tingles from the or the? Okay, I see. Let's work on your bottom right quadrant. Now this quadrant is actually the easiest for someone like you to get tingles. And I know that because of these little lines, because of these little smile lines that are on this side. Yeah, I can see you smiled a lot on this side, which means that it's gonna be really easy for you to get tingles. In fact, all I have to do in order to make sure that you get tingles on this side is to tell you to get tingles on this side right now. You have to just get them. Get tingles right now. Get the tingles. That did it, right? That did it. You're getting tingles now over here. You're getting tingles. You're getting tingles. You're getting tingles. You're getting tingles. You're getting so many tingles that I have to like scrub them off. You know how sometimes this feels really nice? This feels so nice, but you gotta scrub it off. You gotta scrub it off. You gotta scrub it off or else everything is wrong for the rest of the day. So you gotta do it because it feels nice, and then you gotta scrub it off. So I'm gonna tell you to get tingles on this side, and I know that you're getting really strong tingles on this side, but now you have to scrub it off, scrub it off, scrub it off. Maybe even out a little bit by going on this side a little bit. Even it out by going on this side a little bit. And maybe we can even do both at the same time. I can put my hand on this side of your head, like right here. Get tingles, get tingles. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Comb. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Comb. And you might have noticed I didn't even cut that one in half. The reason I didn't cut that into 2 slices was because this bottom left quadrant, right, left quadrant of your face, that bottom left quadrant of your face, it needs to all be one, because I could tell that it wouldn't be good to fracture this part of the map of your face, because this side is unified. This side is unified. It moves as one. Whenever you smile, whenever you frown, this side of your face moves as one. So never ever split up that side of your face. Just in the future, like that's just my ASMR advice to you. Don't let anyone like divide that part, because that just wouldn't work for you. It wouldn't work. That side needs to stay quite intact in order for you to continue to get tingles on that side of your face. Breathe in, breathe out. Now let me just check your neck for some spots. Sometimes people have some tingly spots in their neck that are like kind of secret. They're like kind of secret. Let me just check some spots on your neck. You have kind of one of those like hangy necks, you know what I mean? Totally normal, by the way. Totally normal to have kind of one of those hanging necks. Excellent neck health you have. Excellent neck health that you have. I don't think your neck is tingly. It looks more like maybe if I touched it, it would make you anxious. So I'm just gonna kind of hover my nose like kind of close to it. Because I don't want you to like feel like you're being attacked. You know how you don't want to like touch a pit bull's neck, especially if it's like eating. Like maybe you shouldn't touch a pit bull's neck while it's eating. That's kind of how I feel about your neck. Like maybe I shouldn't touch your neck while you are getting tingles right now. Like you're literally getting tingles right now. So maybe I shouldn't touch your neck and freak you out. So I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna like, ooh. I'm just gonna feel the energy there. Feel the energy of your neck. 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 What a good neck. It's done such a good job holding your head up for your entire life. Wow, good job, neck. And good job, you. Do you feel like you have a better understanding now of how to get ASMR in every zone of your face? Because that's like the point of this whole thing. Do you feel better? Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Do you want any more triggers? Or do you want to just like end it here? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You've got places to be. I get it. Well, you know, I guess if you want to come to get your face mapped again, you could do that. But if you're done forever, then that's fine. I mean, yeah, you can just go, I guess. The door is over there. just fall asleep, I guess, probably, because you've been getting tingles. So I think I'm just gonna let you, leave or watch another ASMR video. Hopefully mine. But maybe not. It's okay if you want to go watch someone else, I guess. You could go to sleep or lay down. Or maybe it's the perfect time to watch something awful. Some video essay. Now that you've been relaxed, maybe it's time for you to go watch some TikTok drama. I'm sure that'll make you feel really good. Maybe that's what you want to do. I won't judge ya. I'm just judging ya, but I'm not judging ya, not really. I'm just pretending. I watch TikTok. It doesn't matter. You have places to be. You got places to be. And people to go. People to be. People to see and places to go. And grass to touch and first steps to make for man and leaps for mankind and womankind. So thank you for sharing this time with me. I hope your face feels mapped. I hope the code feels cracked. I hope your brain feels zapped. Bye. Please wave back.
81 il 922 ilçede ille de Vodafone 5G. Herkes 1 Nisan'dan itibaren 5G'yi kullanabilsin diye dünyanın 1 numaralı 5G şebekesi olarak günden hazırız.
Dünyanın 1 numarası Vodafone 5G olsun.
Today, you will decide. You will give me your feedback to build, to craft your perfect ASMR experience. Okay. So, all that fancy language basically means we're gonna play this or that. Play this or that. And I want to know, why do I have no coordination? Oh my lord. I want to know what you think. Okay. This is a little bit more of a casual video than usual. My hair's a mess. I'm in my pajamas. Loki, what else is new though? Because my hair is always a mess and I'm always wearing pajama pants. So, let me take it back. This is gonna be a very typical video. Very normal. Extremely normal. Okay. But let me stop yapping and get into it. First, I want to start with gloves. Classic ASMR. And here, I have a blue latex glove. Like the ones they wear at the doctors. Can you just follow my fingers? Except I only have one glove on. Okay. Blue latex glove. And your second choice is a leather glove. Leather glove. Now, it might be pleather, not real leather. But this is what it sounds like. It smells like antique store. The sounds are a little more smooth and subtle than the latex glove. You know what? I should have just had them both on at once. Rewind. Okay. So this or that. Which do you prefer? Which? Okay. into the latex glove. I also have this exercise band. That's definitely interesting. See, there's another dimension to this now. So, let's compare and contrast, okay? Blue latex glove or green exercise band. So, which do you prefer overall? Interesting. If you guys really like this video, I might do another one where I frame it as like a survey, and I like jot down your notes. But looking like I just didn't. That's the fact of the matter. I just did not do that this time. So let me know. These next ones are great for people who enjoy visual triggers. Visual. Although I can tap on them to make sounds. Okay. So I have this magnificent little guy. Oh my god. Guys, I wish it made sounds. Maybe I'm gonna overlay some sounds. Oh my god, it's so... I can't. Then let's tap. Run, little guys, run. This might be good for like a focused video, like a focusing test. You try to watch one little bead run all the way down the stairs. You guys know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of World of Goo. Oh my effing G. That almost made me forget that there's supposed to be a that to the this. There's supposed to be a that to this. This is what the next contraption looks like. Get ready. Wow. Oh my lordy lord. Oh wow. Wow. This one does make sound though. And it goes all twirly with the sparkles. Wow. If you listen extremely closely, you can hear the little glitter sequins touching the walls. Ready? Do you hear it? I can hear it. Okay. I gotta say, I believe I have a strong preference for the little pink one, but this is also gorgeous. So, which do you prefer? This or that? This or that? Or this or that or this? Okay. Next, we have this Nido cube. I used it in a previous video, so if you're a loyal watcher, you may have already been introduced to him. He's not an authentic Nido. I'm not going to even lie to you. Some of you Nido super fans maybe already clocked me for that, but this is a goop of the Nido ice cube. Okay, watch. I can squish it, and it will reformulate back into cube shape in moments. It's a little bit slow, but there we go. Oh, we're so back. Okay, and also, if you listen closely, it also can make some nice tapping sounds. They're just extremely low. Okay. And the competitor next in the ring is an authentic Nido item. But it's not squishy. No. It's a fidget. A different kind of fidget. It is a clicky cat paw. Now it's a little bit noisy, so I'm gonna probably keep it a little bit further away from the mic, or I might have to turn the volume down for a second, but which do you prefer of the Nidos? The clicky cat paw or the squishy ice cube? Which one? The cat paw. Or squish. See, I am on to the ice cube neato more. The next pair. The next one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Are not as related. Not as married, not as interlinked, locked in theme as the other choices have been. But it's whatever. I couldn't really decide which matches to make here. So, first we have, oh yeah, I got water globes. These are very popular on ASMR TikTok. I think they look beautiful. Can you see me through it? No, not really, huh? Sorry, I'm new to the water globe game, but from what I understand, they're so common and popular on TikTok that there's actually a passionate group of haters for water globes. People hate them because they're like, damn, do you really gotta be doing these in every ASMR stream? But I'm not as keyed in to the ASMR TikTok, so the novelty has not worn off on me yet. So water globes are your first choice. Oh my god, that glitter though. Okay, the second choice is this. This is gonna be poopy slime. Yes, that's unicorn poop, super cool poopy slime. That is actually what it's called. This has been featured in a previous video of mine. But I felt like they were visually a little bit giving the same. It's kind of hard to tell in the rainbow. Oh yeah, look, that's some beautiful galaxy stuff going on. It's purple and blue. And they're both liquidy. So within that, that's what it sounds like. But then, take it out. Okay, honestly, I knew that shit was gonna happen. Get a good look at that. Wow. And we'll make some good noises with it too. Yo, the process of picking that up was absurdly difficult. And I think that alone is gonna make me have to go with the water globes, because you know what? The water globes can't get on my carpet. Unless something goes horribly wrong. But unicorn poop, super cool poopy slime did get on my carpet. So, which would you choose? Which do you choose? I can't judge. I won't judge you for choosing the slime. You're protected from it on the other side of the screen. So I understand. We didn't get to bond over that shared drama of picking that up off of the carpet. Alright. Let me know what you guys are choosing, how you guys are liking it so far. Do you have a favorite? Okay. The next choice. We've got a floofy little duster. Competing with the fluffy duster is this silly little light. I am not gonna lie, I'm very disappointed in this purchase. This does not look how it looked on the front of the box. Am I expected to just like manually fan them apart? Because tell me why they are so uniform. There's only a few peeking out of the sides. But I love it in concept, and I love that it glows. Glows. So we've got either green fluffy duster or the silly red light. I gotta give this thing more of a shot. I feel like that wasn't fair. I gotta make some more sounds with it. It reminds me of one of those little things that's on a drum, that goes on a drum, that makes it like a jazz, like shoo, shoo, shoo. So what do you choose? Do you choose this? Do you choose this thing? Or do you choose green fluffy duster? Divide. POV, you're in a car wash. That's crazy. Girl, what am I doing? Okay. Hey, when's the last time you got your eyesight checked? Does this help? Hello, how many fingers? How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers? Okay, how many fingers? Okay, how many fingers? Good. Okay. Or lens B. Lens B is like a traditional glass one. I mean, I'm sure it's not actual glass, but it did come from a pair of blue light glasses. Let's compare and contrast, shall we? Can you see better with lens A or lens B? Lens A or lens B? I did a amateur eye doctor roleplay that I thought was really cute and fun, and it got like, I don't want to say it got no views, it did get views, but it's like my lowest viewed video in like months. I was like, damn. Okay. Anyway, my point being, this or that. Okay. And then one more time, here's the other one. Which one do you pick? Next, doing another classic ASMR trigger. Brushes. Brush. Now, of course, for option A, I did pick, I'm not gonna lie, a pretty weak brush in terms of sound. And I can brush it on the fluffy mic, but everything sounds pretty similar on the fluffy mic. So, and coming up against it is this roller brush. This does have some of my hair in it, so don't look too close, okay? If that grosses you out, there's actually 2 levels of bristles on this particular brush. There's the like harder ones, and then there's the softer ones beneath. Okay, so that's brush number 2. Ooh. It also has this in there. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to violate it like that. Shit. Okay. Let's try brushing it on the mic. Everything sounds the same. So, which of these 2 do you prefer? This one has the benefit of being able to brush, get in your face, brush. Here, let's try it like this. That's kind of fun. I like it. I like that. Man. This one I can get in your face, but I guess actually, if you disregard the hair inside, that's a pretty fun visual trigger. So which do you prefer, my friends? This or that? This or that? This or that? This or that? I'm very excited for this next round because we are going to be comparing and contrasting little guys. Okay, so for our first little guy, we have my buckler. This is indeed Samuel Sounds ASMR lore. Does anyone know the name of this buckler? So of course, like all bucklers, it comes with beautiful teeth and an adorable little button booty. Yes, that's right. And of course, all the charm of a buckler. But then, this next guy, I'm gonna need you guys to be really nice to, okay? Because he's my favorite as of late. AKA Baby Yoda. Don't worry, he doesn't get offended when you call him beautiful, innocent little eyes. These poor eyes witnessed the horrors of Order 66. You've seen things, guys. But you know what? This buckler looks like he's seen things too. So, your pick. Which do you choose? Grogu or George? Okay. And then, whichever one you picked for this, I want you to compare as if we're doing like a bracket to my friend Miffy here. Miffy. Okay, so if you picked George, it's George versus Miffy. And if you picked Grogu, it's Miffy versus Grogu. Okay? So let's give Miffy her time to shine, okay? So Miffy, you know, she's adorable. She's got simple little face. She actually still has the tag on. Miffy has had quite the resurgence in the last couple years in terms of like being popular amongst adults. There's all sorts of stuff of her at like Miniso and stuff now, TJ Maxx even. Which is such a nostalgia trip for me because I don't know where Miffy, the animated series, like originally aired. But personally, I had a little DVD of Miffy, and I watched it all the time when I was like 5. And so it was such a trip when I started seeing her everywhere. I'm like, is there like a Miffy movie? Did they do something new with her? But I really do think it's like, just she's like adorable. Maybe she's always been this popular in other countries. Okay, so which one do you choose? Okay. I think out of all of them, Grogu is the winner for me. He also just has a variety of sounds going on because listen to that hollow head of his. And then his cloak has Sherpa here and canvas there. The only thing I don't like about this plushie is that they got lazy with the legs. Like, tell me why you don't have legs. But he is beaded so he can stand up straight. Okay, next. These are truly random. Really don't have much relation to each other whatsoever, but I've got this bamboo lid. I was looking for something with cork, like a coaster, to go up against the bamboo, but I couldn't find anything. So instead, I have another very unique texture, which is styrofoam. Styrofoam block. A lot of this I got from the craft supply store, and after going there, I'm low-key thinking I kind of want to make a whole video going there. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer styrofoam block? Bamboo lid? Let me know. Oh my goodness, look who's here. It's Tofu, the Chihuahua. Saying hi. Alright guys, this or that. Tofu or tofu? Staring contest. Okay. What's next? I know what's next. How could I forget? Floam. Where did my purple floam go? Okay guys, I apologize for the clickbait because I literally just was using foam for clickbait. For the thumbnail. And now, what I meant to say is, I clickbaited you. Because instead, all I have is my yellow foam. I mean, the people came to see the purple foam, and I let you down. And honestly, because I already used the slime and the fidget and the ice cube, I don't have a great comparison for it, so I'm just gonna give you the one other thing that we haven't done yet. Okay guys, also the nice thing about the foam is I'm already like lobbying for it. It has that beautiful stretching, but it also has sticky squeezing, and it also has tap. But next, I really do love this one visually. Got an empty hand soap bottle and baby toast from Bath and Body Works. So okay, wait, that may work. I did not realize there was soap left in the bottle. Wait, so that actually works up against the foam. Okay, it's already gone. Now my hands are gonna stay kind of sticky. So there's that. I do not like the scent of champagne toast. I got it for Christmas though. And then there's the foam. See, now it actually had some competition. Alright, so which do you prefer? Foam or champagne toast? Let's see if we can't get it to produce some more. Oh, and it's already gone. Okay, so which do you choose? Okay, and that's gonna conclude our this or that video. This or that. Build your own ASMR. Pick your own triggers. Give me feedback in the comments. You know I like to read it. It's like my own separate social media app where I just get to scroll what people are saying to me in the comments. And sometimes it's something that will ruin my night, and sometimes it's something that will put a smile on my face. So, which one will you choose? This or that? Say something hateful and hurtful, or say something positive. Okay. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Hope you enjoyed. I love you. Oh, subscribe. Also follow my TikTok. Please. I'm trying to build up my TikTok right now. That's the goal currently. So follow me on TikTok. Subscribe. Do all the things. I love you. Oh, and say bye to Tofu. Oh, he's too comfy. I'm not gonna get him up. Bye.
Çiçek Sepeti'nin yeni tasarım çiçekleri aşkına çok yakışacak. Sevgililer gününe özel çiçekler Çiçek Sepeti'nde.
Çiçek sepeti mutluluğun adresi.
So, are you here for your new face? Is that correct? Is that correct? Okay, interesting. So I'm taking a look, and yes, Yes, I know you already got a consultation, but this is my first time seeing you up close and then just, you know, sort of looking at your files and pictures of you. Okay. So I just want to make sure we are absolutely 100% on the same page, but today you are getting a full reconstruction, okay? That includes skin, muscle, all the way down to the bone. Everything. We're redoing it, starting over, okay? This isn't just going to be an aesthetic procedure. This is a full-blown surgery. Okay, yes, I assumed that you were in the know, but I just had to do my due diligence as a doctor. Okay, so let me just put on my gloves here. We're gonna have a quick little chat. I'll give you the rundown as much as I can, you know, in layman's terms of what I'm going to be doing, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I want this to be as quick and seamless as possible, okay? Alright, so just to clarify, we will not be handling any of the aesthetic aspects of your facial remodeling today, you know, eye color, all that fancy stuff. That's going to be at your next visit. Yeah, today we are just going to be handling the actual structure of your face, okay? Here we have a diagram of your facial muscles, your facial muscles. So after I peel back the skin, this is going to be the first thing that I'm dealing with, okay? The facial muscles are going to be what's in the bone beneath, which is what I will eventually be getting to, okay? So of course we have the gala abdominalis, the temporalis, the deltoid, the spinalis capitis, you know, all over here. But basically, you get the gist. It's the nose muscle, the mouth muscle, the nose, the mouth, and the head and the neck, okay? And so now I'll show you. And then here is the diagram of, you know, your head, your face, your neck, head, face, neck, okay? So I'm gonna be mostly working here. On the face, I'm gonna be working a little bit here with the nose, of course, using the expressed concern on the nose. And then we got the jaw right here, the jaw. Now, because a lot of this is gonna be having to do with bone and not muscle, I have to really go in and reorganize everything. So I'm gonna have to on the jaw. Just said you really wanted like a chat jaw, just like absolute chat it out, okay? That was your words, right? That was your words. If I had check the system, let's see, let me go in and you said you wanted to be absolutely chatted out, okay? That you've been maxing for years, but you're not quite content and you don't think you have to, you might just have to go deeper. So that's what I'm here for, of course, okay? So just like I said, we're gonna be working here at the nose, we're gonna be working here at your jawbone. Okay, we're gonna try to avoid any vertebrae. Yeah, there are a lot of vertebrae. We're gonna be trying to avoid every single one because we don't really want to interfere with the spine at all. That is a big no. We don't want to interfere with your spine, your spine, your vertebrae, Sorry, I don't want to interfere too much with the vertebrae. Okay, the teeth. I'm going to leave us alone for the most part. I am not a dental surgeon. I'm not a dentist. But I can go in and mess with the thing here and do it. And regarding the eye socket, we're gonna try to bring that forward, shift it forward, closer to the nose and forward. Okay. Right. So you get a sense of this. Okay. That'll allow us to take a couple little pieces from your skull and move them around and take fragments, just itty bitty fragments. You won't miss them at all. We're just gonna around, and don't worry, come anywhere near the brain, just tiny little pieces that we can add to bring some volume, bring some more dimension to your face. Okay, great, so I'm just gonna take some vitals from you and also grab some quick measurements, compare them to what is in the system, make sure everything is good to go. Okay, so I want to listen to your heart rate, okay, so I need you to just breathe. Okay, deep breath in. Okay, so I'll just put this to the side. Make sure we have that a little down to the 10 lap. What was the day? So it was like 60. Okay, and now I'm just gonna make sure that the measurements I have down for you in this
system are 100% accurate, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, can you touch your lips? Thank you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So we're just gonna be good. 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 Really good. 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 Let me just put that, okay? Let me put okay. Clear that one because pair that up with this. Okay. Okay. Maybe just one more thing. Like this way. Administer a sedative to you. Okay, this is through oral route, so don't worry if you're scared of needles. Okay, and then I want you to open your mouth, say ah, 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 please. Okay, ready? Okay, and I want you to that down. Ready? That down. Good, good. Can I open your mouth? Can I stay there? Open. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Now I'm gonna just fill another syringe. And I'm like you open your mouth, okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay. Just open your mouth. Open your mouth. Hang on 1 second. I'm just gonna need to help you because I know you're already pretty sedated, so open your mouth like this. So now you can just relax. Now that you're sedative, are you feeling pretty numb and buzzy in the face yet? Okay, then we might need to administer just one more dose of this, okay? Right? And it's pretty diluted so that the taste is more pleasant. So here we go. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, let me just say open and open and so just open, rummage through, okay, open and rummage through, okay, everything looks well. Okay, I want you to tell me if these touches are light or firm. Are you ready? Okay, right, excellent. I think we are at a point where I can begin the deconstruction. Okay, so by now you should be feeling nice and sleepy. So I'm just gonna start working away at the skin. Peel. Okay, got my tweezer, so I'm just gonna peel, swoop, peel, swoop, peel, swoop, peel, swoop, peel, swoop, peel, swoop, 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 swoop. Okay, great. So now we've got the muscle exposed. I'm just gonna. Just make sure you don't feel any of this pain, because I'm gonna use some blood force. Break it all down. Okay, cool. Just gonna do that a little bit before with the muscles still intact. Okay, just to soften the blow a little softer because we don't wanna. It's good to have us do a little bit of a buffer, right? A little bit of a buffer between the gloves. Okay. So now we've got the mallet. I'm just gonna start way at it. It's just right there in the center. Okay. And then I'm here. Just hold still for me. Just hold still for me, okay? So you sedate you a little bit, like over here, and then just okay. Trimming away, chip. We're really working at that one, working at it. Okay, and up here on the side. Okay, let's really adjust here. Let me set down a little right there in the center. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna maybe right there. Just chipping. Okay. And then right in the center there. And just around your chin, like here, like there, like. And then just alright. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna take that rest of the muscle away from the face. Little shaving tool, okay? It's not so scary, is it? It's just got in here, and it's got a little rough edge, almost like a nail file, okay? It's gonna look just like this, okay? Okay, and then it has a little light to guide me, so here we go.
shape back up to the length that we want it to be. Okay, melt up the jaw down here. There, and then we'll just some of that over on the cheekbones, here. Okay, there. Okay, then over. A little. Over the top and forward. Okay. Stick that one there. And stick that one there. And press that up top, okay? Then we'll just smooth it over with this, like so, okay? Smooth. Some of these extra large bandages I'm just going to use to tape you up, okay? And now I'm just going to apply the task. Just make sure it's here all right. Just tape that up back here. Okay. Do that, and then you should make sure you are able to see. Perfect. Can you see everything okay? It's crawling up right on you. How's that? Oh, you want me to adjust it a little bit? Okay. Better? Great. Okay. So obviously this is going to take a little bit to heal. Okay, we just completely gave you an entirely new face, but I really do hope that you're happy with it. Okay, and I'm sure you will be. You're gonna come back here. We're gonna make sure the aesthetics are all to your liking. That's a whole separate day. That's a whole separate procedure. For now, you're just a blank canvas, okay? And I think it turned out great. If you have any issues, just give me a call, okay? Okay. I love you, love you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Easy clean ile girsen de temizliğe yeniden gir hadi salona mutfağa banyoya gitsin toz kirköy.
So first, I'm just going to start by jotting down some notes, okay? I might have to get a little up in your space for this. I hope that's okay. Okay, so let's see. Up to the top. And as you start to movement over. Right around there. Okay. Just gonna mark that down. Okay, so reactions bound. More of a right, okay. And then over and around to the left. Right. Okay. Yeah. Thinking if we run all the way around. Yeah. That looks just about right. Okay. So I'm gonna shine this pen light in your face just to illuminate some areas that I want to. About up from this corner if we illuminate. Okay, from a different angle, you can tell that. Okay, very good. Right, like that. Up, around. Good. Okay. And I'm thinking right there. I'm thinking. So, if we put it on, we just kind of curve it out. I'm definitely seeing a deviation to the left. Over here. See, the face seems to have a bit more of a. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to use this to get close look. There, I'm seeing some minor. Okay. Let's see. Right around there. Right there. Okay, okay, sure. Mark that down. No, what about right up and around here? Mark that if we just chart it up to okay. And some measurements to sort of calibrate where, make sure everything is to scale. So if we take it starting in the one and across the angular distance, it's gonna be 12 to 11, which is double, right? Exactly half that. Let's see. 5, 6, 7. If we add another half an inch, it would take it up. Okay, yeah. So we'll just go ahead and put that one down. I'm sort of an outlier here. It is not standing. I noticed that your this really, really beautiful, interesting thing going on here that you really don't see often. It's just the lashes, just lashes. They kind of okay. I see so. Right. Okay. Interesting. I really come across something like that. It doesn't impede on any of the other. Let me just take a closer look at that one. And around. Back up the top. Up. Just around the corners. Okay. It's gonna be around the side. So I'll just do a quick test of the muscular connection. So I know this ear over here. Let's see, it's just about 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the fourth is right around here. Where would that put us? Down the side, right? Okay. Just tracing that shape there. Like I said earlier that the ocular positioning is similar to so see this typically in cases where there's some kind of advantage connected to the yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Right. Okay, just fill in the blanks there. Oh, this is just that's right. Okay. So, how do we take it back to the magnifying? So, right at this point here. There. Mark that. Okay, mark that one. It's not so much about the visual identification, the reaction to. Okay. Such a unique set we have here. Okay. And let's see. We're just thinking that down to mark it. Right there. That's where we'll apply some adhesive later when we administrate the neurological up and around the. I'm gonna need some assistance on that part. That's kind of out of my field of knowledge, right? Okay. But if we take this back
up. That's the wrong way. Thinking more of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. It's the 12th. 12th. We can mark it right about there. Yep, exactly. Exactly. The precise starting point. We just take the unless it deviates completely from the pattern we've seen so far. So let me just, if I just take a right, what about a little okay, now if I use this different color, I'm not seeing anything difference. Maybe I'm at a secondary. Get a little closer. Oh, interesting. Definitely not something we typically. Okay, but that's to be expected from someone with rest. Yeah. Alright, so interesting. Send that one over to be looked a little bit closer because it's not. Somebody might have some interest in taking a closer look at that. Not for any, just for reference in terms of things going forward. Okay, so that was my, so let's see, 27 points. Really up, so wide. Let's make it into like a visualizer, kind of like an X, Y. It would be that point. We can mark it there. Right. And then fortunately, like and a slight, what would it be, 90 degree? 85. Yeah, that's that adds up, that checks out only. But if we follow that line of logic up, how this will impact auditory. Yeah. So I'm gonna use this again. Look again. Okay. Okay. And right up to the pupil. Okay. Let's be like right around here. Maybe switch to something in case of any errors that. Right. Alright. Let's transition to. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so like we said, it would be over and open. Just kind of open that up. Take a little bit of I might want to get like a screen, like some imaging done, just to for reference. Okay, I'm actually going to take my pencil and flag this here. Okay, perfect. That adhesive should stay on nice and tight. And then for the next bit, I'll just mark that part right there. Something to send over to the next step in the process. Okay. Very good. Very good. You know what I'm seeing here? Do you know what I'm seeing? I don't even noticed that on the outer it's like something that would typically be indicative of is that what we were looking at? Oh, right. It's in the chart already. So oh, of course. Okay, so maybe when they have a look at that, I can mark it on color. Okay, it's gonna seem a little strange, but I'm gonna use a highlighter. It's gonna go directly on the skin. Not to worry, it's safe. It's just so I can have a visual marker, no pun intended, of exactly what I wanted to compare. Right, okay. Right. Is that exact? I just need to check it against the examination because that would throw everything off. Too far to the left. It can slightly drift because it's not exactly even. Seeing some, yeah.